సార్ ఒక లే పర్సన్గా నేను ఎప్పుడూ ఆలోచించేవాడిని. ఇక్కడ 400 మంది ఐఏఎస్ ఆఫీసర్లు, ఒక 400 మంది ఐపీఎస్ ఆఫీసర్లు. దట్ స్ట్రేట్ ఫార్వర్డ్ సర్వీసెస్. వాళ్ళది డేట్ ఆఫ్ మన బర్త్ ప్లేస్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈజ్ క్లియర్. అయినా కూడా అది 8 నెలలు టైం తీసుకుందంటే ఐ డోంట్ రియలీ గోల్ సార్. ఐ డోంట్ నో వై ఇట్ టుక్ 8 months. ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ గివింగ్ వన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. వాట్ మన వివేక్ గారు ఇంకా చాలా క్లిష్టమైన చెప్పారు. కాబట్టి ఈరోజు మన కంటెన్షియస్ ఇష్యూస్ డెఫినెట్గా హైకోర్టు, ఆర్టీసీ, ఆర్కైవ్స్ ఇట్లా చాలా అన్నిటి ఇంపార్టెంటే. సో వాటిపైన ఈరోజు మన గోయల్ గారు వారి యొక్క టాక్లో చెప్పి, సార్ మీరు కూడా తెలుగులో మాట్లాడితే బాగుంటుంది. ఎక్కువ శాతం తెలుగు, ఇంగ్లీష్, హిందీ, ఉర్దూ
భాష చెప్పక్కర్లేదు.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
నేను ఏం మాట్లాడతాను వారికి అర్థం వస్తుంది.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
కనీసం ఇక్కడ ఇంటెలెక్చువల్స్ ఇంగ్లీష్ తెలిసేవారు ఉంటారండి. నల్గొండ జిల్లాలో మణిమధ్య గ్రామంలో అసలు అందరూ తెలుగు తెలిసేవారు. ఏం భాషలో మాట్లాడడం తెలియదు, కానీ అంతా వినిన తర్వాత చాలా ప్రేమతో సప్పుడు కొట్టిండ్రు అన్నమాట. ఎందుకు సప్పుడు కొట్టిండ్రు, అర్థం వచ్చినట్టే కొట్టిందా లేకుంటే అసలు ఏం అర్థం కాలేదని కొట్టిందా నాకు వేదిక మీద కూర్చొని పెద్దలు మిత్రులకు, వివేక్ గారికి, galaxy of participants in the audience, good evening everybody. Straight గా నేను సబ్జెక్ట్ మీద వచ్చేస్తామండి. There is something called Schedule 9. గుర్తుందా సార్? Schedule 9 consists of 89 corporations / companies. అంటే ఏమిటి? These are the corporations / companies who were there in the erstwhile Hyderabad state. People may not know that IDC was there, financed by Industrial Trust Fund of the Nizam before 1956. అంటే 56 ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ పుట్టిన తర్వాతనే ఇండస్ట్రియల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ వచ్చింది అట్లా కాదు. 1960s కంటే మొదలు కూడా దేర్ వాజ్ ఏ హైదరాబాద్ ఎల్విన్ను, డిబిఆర్ మిల్లు, ఈ ఫ్యాక్టరీ, ఆ ఫ్యాక్టరీ అదే ఉంటాయట. సో దయచేసి మూసిండ్రు, చేసిండ్రు, ముంచిండ్రు పోనీయండి. I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to submit is industrial companies, industrial units, industrial corporation is a reality before 1956. 1956 లో Andhra Pradesh puttin tarvata we had corporate bodies, corporations. Corporations have their own law, they have a body corporate, they have more freedom ani bhavamto in 1950s, keeping in view the second 5-year plan prepared by Mahalanobis and approved by Jawaharlal Nehru, wherein the public sector was supposed to capture the commanding heights of the economy anamata. Idi dayachesi anta background gurtundali. That was a time when we had the Nagarjuna Sagar Dam, that was a time when we had the Sri Salam Dam, that was a time when we had the Bhakra Nangal Dam, vagera vagera in the country. That was also the time when we had Industrial Development Corporation. In due course of time we had the Industrial Infrastructure Corporation, small scale vagera vagera industry lo edo 5-6 corporations vachayata. Similarly, directly producing companies, leather production, Lidcap, sugar production, sugar, Nizam Sugar was there before 56. Anta kratam kuda there was a sugar production in Bondar, we know it. But then they had Miryalguda, Edo, Chodavaram, Rakhakalga, all over the state they had sugar factories, leather factories, ready to eat food, food factory. So different production of commodities, leather, food, sugar. I can mention several others, but they are the important ones. Then we had in 1970s welfare of scheduled castes, welfare of scheduled tribes, that became important. So we had the SC Welfare Corporation and the Tribal Welfare Corporation. Over a period of time, it was thought that we should have minority, so we had a minority corporation. And after some time, some politician thought that minorities have to be having separate, so they had a Christian minority and a Muslim minority corporation. Then at the height of the Mandal agitation, there was a felt need for the BC Welfare Corporation. And in 90s, we had a BC Welfare Corporation. And believe it or not, somebody thought that BC Welfare Corporation is not enough. It has to be having multiple components of the BC. So they created a dozen corporations out of the BC Corporation. Just hold on with me. In fact, I'll just read out. Backward Classes Cooperative Corporation. Then we had Washermen, then Nai Brahmin Corporation, then Sagara Cooperative Corporation, Valmiki Corporation, Balija BC Corporation, Bhatraja Corporation, Medara, Kummari, Vishwa Brahmin, Toddy Tappers. The communities whose names I am sure all the members of the participant don't know, they have a corporation. Ilanti Mattam Kalpi, on 2nd June 2014, Andhra Pradesh state had 89 corporations. Okay, sir, clear. Okay, question I will separately tackle. Road Transport Corporation, Singareni Colliery, Transco, Genco, Discoms, ivi anni deento vachestaayata. So this is one subject, corporations / companies. It does not have the institutions, it does not have universities, it does not have Department of Archives. They are institutions, are separate. They are covered by Schedule 10. Okay? So I will cover Schedule 9 first, and then I will come to Schedule 10, and then we will take up other general aspects of the division of employees and etc. etc. Now let me submit that before I became advisor to Government of Telangana, there was a committee called Sheila Bhide Committee, which was appointed by the Governor of Andhra Pradesh on 25th of May. Sheila Bhide is a chair, myself as one of the expert committee member, and then Narasimha Murthy, K.V. Rao, edo oka 4-member, 3-member committee kayam cheyadam jarigindi. This committee was established supposedly consisting of experts. So I have started considering myself as a great expert from that day. Ante kada. Before that, I thought that I am an IAS officer who is supposed to have expertise of nothing and a general knowledge of everything. So, this expert committee has come into being before the formation of Telangana. I mean, this is the limited point I want to submit to you. I won't go into the details of these production corporations and the developmental corporations and the promotion corporations. And then this, this RTC, electricity and the Singareni, they fall in a different category. And then the welfare corporations fall in a different bracket. Tookiga cheppalante, 89 corporations kalpi, 2,72,000 crore investment anamata. Ante kada? 2,72,000 crore investment is the total investment made by the erstwhile government of Andhra Pradesh by various banks, vagara chala untayi kada, gratuity investment, total investment 2,72,000 crore. It is a report of the CAG of all these corporate health in Andhra Pradesh. It is having cash balance in the bank on 2nd June 11,500 crores. And all these companies / corporations put together employ 69. No. Excuse me, just a minute. There is a slight correction I should make. No. The total number of employees of all these corporations are 2,72,000. 2,72,000. Investment in all the corporation is 69,000 crores, and the cash balance in the bank of all the corporation companies is 11,500. Sorry, I should stand corrected. Is it okay? Ante manpower 2,72,000. Investment 69,000 crores. Cash balance 11,500. Ramarami ade position. It has two components. One is the division of assets and liabilities. That is a physical aspect. You can call it mechanical aspect. You can call it legal aspect. You can call it a balance sheet aspect. Simple. By whatever word you call it, it is the simplest of job which anybody can do. It is not as if Telangana state has come the first state in the country. There were 14 states in 1950. 14 became 28. So many states have been created. I myself, as you know pretty well, come from Haryana, which created in 1966. Then my mother was there in UP, it got created in Uttaranchal. Then I retired, it came to Telangana state. So my problem is every 20 years, some new state gets created. Ante kada. So, the limited point I am trying to make is, it is not as if for the government of India it is a serious problem. Without any seriousness of the issue, the problem has been perceived and created, complicated by we the people in Andhra Pradesh, which consist of people there and here, which belong to two states. Is it understood? There is no legal problem. The problem is basically human made, human created. And when the problem is created by humans, you know pretty well it is so difficult to tackle it. Coming to Schedule 9, assets and liabilities. Section 53, I don't have to read it, I think you know pretty well. It says very simple. Whatever is there in the field, it goes to that state. Whatever is there in headquarters is having a building, like RTC is having a bus bhavan. RTC is having certain shares. It has taken certain corporate loans. It might have raised certain bonds. Bonds have gone to finance the vehicles all over. Loan have gone to construct building all over. There may be some shareholding of some corporations which is there in general in nature. So whatever is there in the headquarters by way of the building where the management sits and takes policy decisions, wherever we have the shareholding, whichever raises bonds, whichever stands guarantee, loans. Shareholding, bonds, guarantee, loans, headquarters space. This is called headquarters. Okay? Headquarters is not only a concrete building, that in the bus bhavan there are 1 lakh bricks, so you take 58,000 and I take 42,000. No. If bus bhavan has raised certain loans for the general purpose of the whole state, even that is divisible. Okay? Everything, every corporation follows it. So mechanical division of balance sheet is not a problem at all. Sheila Bide committee is at work. I am also a member of that. When other members look very clearly, I am very clear. When they create confusion, I am more than equal. I create more confusion. So nothing happens. What to do? See, in a dharmyuddham, you should not only be prepared for facing a direct hit. You should always be anticipating that what indirect hit can come to you from the sideways and behind, if not from below and above, and protect yourself. First of all, I'll talk of the direct rule position, then I will tell you about the indirect threats and the dangers which are lurking in the background. About Schedule 9, there is no problem, sir. Division of assets and liabilities is no problem. Bus bhavan asset liabilities is no problem. Some people believe that this Tarnaka hospital will come to, I think, division of Andhra Telangana. I keep asking them, there is also a small dispensary in Tirupati and Vijayawada and Visakhapatnam. If you have 1 lakh bricks in the Tarnaka hospital, there are at least 100 bricks in the Vijayawada hospital. So will you give me those 42 bricks? The doctors, the nurses, the compounders in the Vijayawada hospital shall be exactly where they are. Exactly in the same manner as the doctors, nurses and attenders in Tarnaka hospital shall be where they are. Some people say, no sir, we are having some bus bodybuilding. It is for the whole country. Why whole country? Is for the whole world. Where is the problem? Production systems, transportation systems, storage systems, value addition, wherever there is a wheel moving, wherever there is a storage, wherever there is some activity on a day-to-day basis, Oxford Dictionary tells me, it's Oxford Grammar School, I understand, so there must be some Oxford Dictionary. So it would be apt to consult what exactly Oxford Dictionary talks about this operational units. Operational unit is a unit which operates on a day-to-day basis. Ante. We know pretty well what is operational units. Everybody knows it. Members of the expert committee also know it. But some members, because of their over-enthusiasm, try to create confusion. I feel very happy. When they create a confusion, I create a bigger confusion. Yes, whenever there is a confusion, take lesson from Mahabharata. Whenever Duryodhana was creating a confusion, there was always a Bhima to create a bigger confusion. Ante, what to do? So please understand, it's a dharmayuddham. It's a dharmayuddham. Have patience. Know the law. Fight to the last bit. Only then you shall be victorious. In last 1 year or little less than 1 year, around 11 months, out of 89 companies, around 40 have been demerged. And you may feel happy, at least I feel happy, to the extent that, okay, 40 have been demerged without any, disagreement among the members. But the question remains, remaining 49 are left over. Maybe another 2-3 months, 4 months, 6 months, it will be done. That's not the problem. Demerging assets and liabilities is not a problem. Whether Tarnaka Hospital goes to Hyderabad or Andhra, we know it pretty well. Whether the bus building unit goes where, we know pretty well. Whether a guest house in Himayatnagar of RTC goes where, we know pretty well. If this guest house goes there, then guest house in Visakhapatnam should also come here. I think in RTC you also have some power generation in Karappa district. In Anantapur district, believe it or not, Road Transport Corporation is generating non-conventional power. Nobody knew it, kada? I thought you knew it. It's a very non-conventional way of encouraging transportation by generating power in Anantapur to the APSRTC, okay? Don't go into the merits of it. But the fact remains, in the balance sheet of APSRTC, there is a solar power generation in Anantapur. So if you have your bhavan and if you have your everything here, I think that power station will go there only, kada. If you want to have these elephant, a few goats and sheep will have to be given away and take. See, don't fight for that. So this is my request. In this legal battle, law is on the side of Telangana for the simple reason that majority of assets have been created in Telangana state. There are certain companies and corporations where more assets are created there. Don't crib. No. Don't become jealous. They are jealous enough. You cannot increase their temperature. When enemy is jealous, be cool. Okay? Know the law and have patience and perseverance. I have spoken about assets and liabilities. I will come to manpower. Section 82. I'll read out because that is most important. Most important. Section 82. Provision of employees of public sector undertakings. On and from the appointed day, the employees of state public sector undertakings, organizations, and other autonomous bodies shall continue to function. Shall continue to function. That means this is a mandate by the act passed by the parliament upon the company. If 1,000 employees are working in APSRTC, they shall continue to function. Ani compulsion. After 2nd June, there are 2 states, state of Andhra Pradesh and state of Telangana. There may be 2 chief ministers. There may be 2 chief secretaries. There may be 2 legislatures. But so far as RTC is concerned, it is a unified body. Remember it. It's a unified legal entity, exactly what it was before 2nd June, before it is demerged. That legal difference you have to understand. APSRTC does not have two MDs. There is an MD and joint MD. CEO, joint CEO. It is to take into account the practical balancing between the two differing opinions. But legally, APSRTC is one as on today. TSRTC has been created by the government of Telangana. It's good. It's a shell. But the demerged assets, liabilities, etc., of APSRTC have not yet been poured into the shell yet. Is it understood? ఎంతవరకు కాలేదు చెప్పాలంటే సార్ ఇది యాక్ట్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ ఇంగ్లీష్ అని continue to function in such undertakings, corporations or autonomous bodies for a period of 1 year, and during this period the corporate body concerned, not government of Andhra, government of Telangana, corporate body concerned shall determine the modalities for distributing the personnel between the two successory states. అది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఈ ఆర్టీసీలో ఎవరు తస్ఫా చేస్తారు? ద బాడీ కార్పొరేట్. ఐడిసిలో ఎవరు తస్ఫా చేస్తారు? ఐడిసి మేనేజ్మెంట్. ఎస్ఎఫ్సిలో ఎవరు తస్ఫా చేస్తారు? ద ఎస్ఎఫ్సి మేనేజ్మెంట్. 89 కంపెనీస్ ఉంటాయి కదా, 89 కంపెనీస్లో 89 మేనేజ్మెంట్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా. ప్రతి కంపెనీలో ఉన్న మేనేజ్మెంటు as per section 82 shall determine the modalities of distribution of employees in each one of them company. ఆర్టీసీ వారు జెన్కోకి చేయడు, జెన్కో వారు సింగరేణికి చేయడు, సింగరేణి వారు ఐటీసీకి చేయడు, ఐటీసీ వారు ఎస్ఎఫ్సీకి చేయడు. అది కూడా పెట్టుకోండి. Each company oblique corporation is a separate legal entity. Each legal entity is having its management. Each company has a balance sheet. 2nd June నాడు ఉన్న బ్యాలెన్స్ షీట్ని పంచుకోవాలని షీలా బెడే కమిటీ బాధ్యత. దీనిలో నేను ఒక మెంబర్. దట్స్ ఏ సింపుల్ క్వశ్చన్. అది డిఫికల్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ లేదు. అది మోర్ డిఫికల్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఈజ్ distribution of employees, which our friend mentioned about, Vivek. RTC headquarter. Field లో సమస్య లేదు. డిపో పోతాడు, డిపో ఈ హెడ్ క్వార్టర్లో ఈ 100 people. I participated in Samaikya Andhra agitation. I am a Samaikya Goel. Then I opted for separate Andhra. I withdrew. Today I want Telangana only. ఏం చేయాలి? ఈ గోయల్ గారు ఎట్లా హ్యాండిల్ చేయాలి? నా గోయల్ గారు కెనాట్ బి హ్యాండిల్ యాజ్ పర్ ద యాక్ట్. అంతే. యూ హ్యావ్ టు గో బియాండ్. అంతే కదా. So in what manner one can go beyond the act without taking recourse to apparently illegality which can be questioned in a court of law which is yet to be divided, sir. అర్థమైందా? సో అది కొద్దిగా జాగ్రత్తగా చూసుకోవాలి. కానీ మెన్ పవర్ డివిజన్ బాధ్యత ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ విత్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ విత్ గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ తెలంగాణ, ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ విత్ షీలా బెడే కమిటీ. As per the section 82, it is the responsibility of the body corporate. లీగల్ సమస్యలు లేదండి, కానీ ప్రాక్టికల్ సమస్యలు ఉంటాయి. సమస్యలు ఏమిటి? ప్రతి కంపెనీ కార్పొరేషన్స్లో మెజారిటీ ఎంప్లాయీస్ 70%, 80%, 85% వారే ఉంటారని మాకు తెలుసు. మాకు వి నో ఇట్, దే ఆల్సో నో ఇట్. అందుకనే విభజన చేయకూడదని వారి ఇష్టం. అది అర్థమైందా సార్? దే డోంట్ వాంట్ టు డివైడ్ ఇమోషనలీ, సైకలాజికలీ. అంతే. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ట్రైంగ్ టు ఫ్రైటన్ యూ, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ట్రైంగ్ టు థ్రెటన్ యూ, ఐఎమ్ ఓన్లీ ట్రైంగ్ టు టెల్ యూ ఎ ఫ్యాక్ట్. Just like you are sitting in a meeting over here and deciding and discussing as to how to expedite the demerger of employees, they are also sitting in some hotel, some guest house and discussing how not to do it. Yeah, point catch chesara le raha idi. So in what manner to defeat the enemy ani prashna pedda idi. Malla I always believe dharma sutrame మీకు పనికి వస్తుంది. ధర్మసూత్రం అంటే ఏమిటి? ఇదే కదా. ఏం చెప్పింది? shall determine modalities for the distribution of personnel. Suppose 2nd June దాకా ఏదో ఒక కార్పొరేషన్ ఉంది, ఒక 100 ఎంప్లాయీస్, డివిజన్ కాలేదు, అంతే కదండి, డివిజన్ కాలేదు, డెలిబరేట్గా చేయలేదు. వెరీ గుడ్. ఈ 100 మంది ఎంప్లాయీస్ శాలరీ ఎవరు పే చేస్తారు సార్? దెర్ ఇస్ నో టీఎస్ కాంపోనెంట్ లేదు కదా లీగల్గా. అదే ఏపీ XYZ కార్పొరేషన్ ఫండ్స్ నుంచి రావాలి కదా, చేయండి. లెట్ దెమ్ గివ్ శాలరీ ఫర్ 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, 10 years. డబ్బులు ఉన్నాయా అయ్యా? ఖల్లాస్ అవుతాడు కదా. ఆక్సిజన్ సిలిండర్ తెలంగాణ నుంచి ఆక్సిజన్ దొరకట్లేదు కదా. ఆక్సిజన్ లేకుండా హౌ ఫాస్ట్ హీ విల్ రన్, ఎక్కడ దాకా పోతాడు నా బాధ. I can tell you in confidence that several company managing directors are telling me, అయ్యా తొందరగా విభజన చేయండి సార్. ఎందుకని? అయ్యా శాలరీ కోసం డబ్బులు లేదు. వండర్ఫుల్. తెలంగాణ బిడ్డ పుట్టలేదు కదా. సి తెలంగాణ స్టేట్ IDC ఇంతకు పుట్టలేదు. గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ తెలంగాణ హ్యాస్ క్రియేటెడ్ TSIIC సెపరేట్. ఇది ఈ విభజన బిడ్డ పుట్టలే. Sheila Bhide committee, if you consider as a nurse midwife, we have not delivered the baby yet.